The Missing Star Map. In a time long before digital screens lit up the night and before the roar of space shuttles echoed through Earth's atmosphere, there existed a star map. But this wasn't just any map. It was a map etched onto an ancient obsidian disk, said to hold the locations of worlds untouched by time and civilizations far older than humanity. It was called the Ecliptic Atlas and had been guarded by the ancient astronomer monks of Solanum for millennia. The atlas was last seen centuries ago, housed in the towering observatory of Calith, a forgotten city in the heart of a dense jungle. When Calith fell to war and greed, the map vanished, whispered about only in the shadowy corners of secret societies and among star chasers desperate for discovery. Some said it was destroyed. Others claimed it was hidden, waiting for a worthy seeker. Chapter 1. The Echoes of the Past. Daria Kellen, an ambitious astrophysicist, stared at the blurred image on her tablet. The image wasn't much, just an engraving from an ancient, crumbling text in a museum in Cairo. But what drew her in was the strange pattern of the stars, identical to a constellation she had once seen but could not place. "It's impossible," Daria whispered to herself. The pattern was too precise to be mere coincidence. She zoomed in, tracing her finger over a series of spiraling glyphs beneath the constellation. These symbols were a match to ones found carved into a meteorite discovered on the far side of the moon decades ago. That meteorite had remained unexplained, and now Daria couldn't shake the feeling that these two discoveries were connected. Her musings were interrupted by a notification. Incoming message from Aiden Rail. Aiden was a rogue historian and treasure hunter, often dismissed by the academic world, but revered by adventurers for his knack for uncovering artifacts no one else could. The message was brief. "I have something you'll want to see. Meet me in Madrid. Urgent." Chapter 2. The Key to Calith. In Madrid, Aiden slid a worn leather journal across the table. Its pages were filled with sketches, diagrams, and what looked like pieces of a map. "This," Aiden began, "is a fragment of the Ecliptic Atlas, or at least it's the key to finding it." Daria looked skeptical. "How did you find this?" "I didn't. It found me," Aiden replied cryptically. "An old man in Istanbul, a collector of star charts, handed it to me on his deathbed. He said the atlas isn't just a map, it's a guide to a star portal." "Star portal?" Daria frowned. "Yeah, a gateway. A bridge between galaxies," Aiden said, his voice low and serious. "This is bigger than treasure hunting, Daria. This could rewrite human history. But we're not the only ones looking for it." Chapter 3. The Hunters. As they pored over the journal, Daria and Aiden became aware of another presence in the cafe. A tall figure in a long coat, sitting 2 tables away, had been watching them for far too long. When they left, the figure followed. Their pursuer, they learned later, was an agent of the Parallax Order, a secretive organization believed to be as old as the star map itself. The Order believed the map held a dangerous power, capable of shifting the balance of the universe. They had spent centuries hunting down fragments of the Atlas and silencing those who sought it. Aiden's contact in Istanbul had paid for his knowledge with his life. Now the Order wanted the journal, and Daria and Aiden were their next targets. Chapter 4. The Forgotten Observatory. The clues in the journal pointed to Calith, the lost city. Satellite imagery revealed faint outlines of structures buried beneath the jungle canopy. Renting a rusted plane and hiring an old pilot named Miguel, they set out to uncover the truth. The journey to Calith was treacherous. The jungle seemed alive, conspiring to keep them out. Rivers swelled unexpectedly, snakes dropped from the trees, and at night, strange lights flickered in the distance. When they finally reached the ruins, they found the observatory almost intact. Its walls were covered in carvings of constellations, planets, and incomprehensible equations. At the center of the observatory was a pedestal. It was empty. "The map was here," Aiden murmured, brushing away centuries of dust. Daria's eyes caught something, a faint glow emanating from a hidden chamber beneath the pedestal. Using a small torch, they pried open the floor and discovered a crystal sphere etched with the same symbols from the meteorite. This isn't the map, Daria said, holding the sphere. It's a projector, chapter 5. The star map revealed, back at their base camp, they activated the sphere. A kaleidoscope of light erupted, projecting a three-dimensional star map into the air. The constellations spun and shifted, aligning into pathways and coordinates that didn't match anything in known space. It's pointing to a region beyond the Andromeda Galaxy, Daria said, her voice trembling. These are wormhole routes. The Atlas isn't just a map. It's a navigation system for interstellar travel. But before they could celebrate, the jungle erupted with the sounds of helicopters and shouting men. The Parallax Order had found them. Chapter 6. The Chase. What followed was a frantic escape through the jungle. Aiden and Daria carried the sphere, dodging bullets and using the treacherous terrain to their advantage. But the Order was relentless. In a final standoff at the edge of a waterfall, Daria realized the sphere had another function. She activated it again, and a blinding beam of light shot into the sky. Moments later, the air rippled, and a shimmering portal opened above them. "This is it," Daria said, pulling Aiden toward the portal. "This is what the map was leading to." "What's on the other side?" Aiden asked, hesitating. "Only one way to find out," Daria said, leaping into the unknown. The other side. When they emerged, they found themselves on a vast alien plain beneath a sky filled with three suns. In the distance, a city of gleaming towers stretched toward the heavens. Strange ships hovered in the air, and beings unlike anything they'd ever seen walked the streets. The sphere pulsed in Daria's hands, projecting a new series of coordinates. "This isn't the end," she said, awestruck. "It's just the beginning." The star map was no longer missing. It had found its guardians, and its journey had only just begun.